Hey little hoes, my name is Kristen and welcome back to my channel. So firstly, this video is going to be dedicated to a friend who is no longer here. This video is for my friend Chad who passed away recently. He was a former coworker and fellow YouTuber who really very much inspired me to start this channel, even though I haven't been active on it much. I just wanted to thank him for giving me the inspiration to do this and tons of encouragement along the way, both for YouTube and everything else in general in life. He was an awesome person and he was never afraid to speak the truth, even if it was rude as hell. So I appreciated that so much, and just his kindness to his friends and just always being there as a support. You are very much missed, and I wish I were making this video in your honor and you being here to see this. But thank you for all the great times, the great inspiration, and the great friendship. You will be missed, Chad. Anyway, to start this video, I just wanted to say thank you for tuning in today. For any of my returning people, it's been a while. I know I've just honestly been really quite depressed and haven't felt myself and haven't felt like doing anything plant related, including taking care of or enjoying my plants. Happy to say I have started feeling a little bit myself more recently and have started to get back into doing some very needed plant chores. As just an update, I have had an outbreak of thrip again, and I have been dealing with that this past couple of weeks. I've been using some Captain Jack's dead bug, taking plants outside, spraying them, bringing them back in, and then repeating the process. I'll probably end up doing that at least one more time, if not more. I might have to rotate some products too if it doesn't continue to be effective. So that's been a battle, but I am proud of myself for pushing through some of my sadness and getting it done. It feels like a small achievement, but a boost to my self-esteem for having done it. Today, actually, I wanted to do something that I really enjoy. I enjoy watching other people's videos on propagation boxes, and I thought I would do an update of that. Also show you the Burl Marks fantasy that I have honestly not thought about for a really long time. It's been in my propagation box, so I thought I would do an update to that. So yeah, let's begin the propagation box tours. I do have two of them. One is in my sunroom here, it's kind of my main one, and then I do have kind of an overflow bin that I keep in the living room. Both are on heat mats, both are in quite a bit of sun. The one in the sunroom is obviously a little bit more brightly lit than the other, but both get ample sunlight. Both have sphagnum moss in it, so let's check it out. You can see how super humid these boxes are. So this is the sunroom one. Okie dokie. So firstly, this is a little baby Camposportianum that a friend of mine gave me. She was kind of struggling with this. It had a leaf that is now dead, but she wasn't quite sure what to do with it, so she gave it to me, and I'm happy to say that this leaf is poppin'. Hopefully I can actually get her a really nice chunk of my more mature specimen once it's all treated and healthy again. I've got, I don't know if you can see how pretty that silvery sheen is on this hestatum. I don't know why, but I love the juvenile form I think more than the adult. I don't know why, but there's something very special about these little BB leaves. And this right here, I don't even know if I should take it out. It seems like it's taking up all the moss. I have Philodendron rugosum aberrant form, and this is the more mature leaf on it. It's got a little bit of damage there, but otherwise okay, and tons of new growth, which I'm very excited about. I think I might have at least one of the mottled syngoniums in here. Some of them were not doing good in the water jar, so I threw them in here just to, you know, keep them going until I could take care of them better. So that's them. This is another hastatum, which I didn't notice until just now. Has a really interesting spot on it. I'm not sure if that is variegation. I don't think that it's like a mosaic virus or anything like that. So time will tell. That would be pretty cool if it turned out to be kind of variegated hastatum. There's some little string of turtles. I've got another strand over here that I was going to give to my coworker. I do notice some thrip damage here, which I was hoping this box did not contain any thrip, but that's pretty evident right there that it does, unfortunately. This is potentially my favorite thing in this prop box. This is a Monstera stanleyana that my friend Julia gave me in a trade, and just look at how impressive that is. Just the variegation that's popped out recently is incredible. I thought it was a goner at least one point while I was trying to root this thing. It was super difficult. It really needed some high humidity to pop, but pop it has. I'm not sure if this is a yellow form or just variegated. It has more of a creamy yellow hue to it when it first emerges and then turns that really bright white. So I'm not sure. I'm not seeing really any other thrip damage besides that one leaf. I might put some granular systemic in here. Perhaps that would help. This is a Syngonium raii that I propagated in this box, and I knew I was doing wrong. I immediately potted it up and put it with its big brother in the bathroom. That was way too much of a shock from going to such humid environment to such low humidity, so that was my mistake. I had to put him back in here to recover because he wasn't doing great. So lesson learned, next time I will definitely slowly acclimate it. This is the long runner on the raii. They definitely like to send out whips. I probably need to get this staked and in some brighter light to get some leaves. Some Monstera carstenianum Peru. This really surprised me because I know Perus are incredibly difficult to root, and I have read that the older the stem cutting, the harder it is to root it, but that leaf was doing quite poorly for a really long time, and it looks like the cutting sent out this brand new leaf, which is exciting. Another local friend gave me this Dutchman's pipe. It's a very tropical variety. I'll have to see if I can find pictures of the flowers, but I think they're actually going to be really large and impressive. I'm not quite sure what to do with this guy. I think that he might actually need to live in a terrarium long term for me to have success with it, but I will keep you updated. This cutie patootie is from a trade. I did with a friend from Instagram. This is a little vanilla orchid, and I can't stop looking at those furry little roots. It's just really cute. I gotta say, I'm not sure what to do with some of these plants just because they like the humidity so much and are doing so well that I'm reluctant to take them out of this box, but I'm sure it will come eventually when I need to repot it. This here is a very baby Juvenile Philodendron Elegans, and I took a really long stem cutting from it a while ago, and I got another baby off of it, a little end chunk, which starting to lose a leaf. I think it was because I had to spray it recently. It kind of put it into some shock. This guy is sending up a sprout from like just the mid cutting, which is kind of interesting. Then some baby Melanocrism. This original plant was also from Julia. It was getting really top heavy and I didn't have a pole, so I decided to chop it. I think I might put it with the other parent plant in the pot just to make it a little bit fuller. And then my beautiful Burl Marks Fantasy. And I'd been wanting this guy for a while and found it on Mercari. I'm sure you guys remember the unboxing video I did of it. It was just a teeny tiny little thing and not doing super hot for a while there, but it did recover. It really seems to like the humidity in the box. But just gaze in wonderment at how cool this leaf is. It's so silvery and just almost crocodile skin-like in the patterns of the veins. I'm very happy and very glad I got this. I started to just lose interest in plants in general soon after I got this plant, unfortunately, so I haven't enjoyed it up until now, and I've been just opening the box a lot lately and looking at it. Doesn't seem like there's any thrip damage on it, which is good. This little spot occurred soon after I got it, but it's doing good. I'm probably gonna try and make a tiny little pole for it at some point, or a trellis. Haven't decided which. So cool. Now for box number 2. This box I honestly haven't checked in a super long time. I do keep it slightly vented, but I probably should do it more so. But yeah, there's a ton of just plain burl marks in here. This one, for instance, and this guy, which, I mean, look at the air roots that are starting to emerge, which is due entirely to how humid it is. It really just sends out tons of runners in this situation. I mean, I can't even pick it up. Look at that. These were both off of my variegated plant. They were just reversions, but I didn't have the heart to throw them out, so I put them in here, and they're actually quite beautiful. I'll probably sell them at some point once I'm confident that they're pest-free. I have an Anthurium rugulosum chonk here that, yeah, it's mush, unfortunately. I was hoping that it would recover, but it just, nah. It's gone, but you know what? There's plenty more plants in the world. I will get over it. This is a tiny splash Gordon Philodendron. It has some slight splashing on it. I also have a ton of Ripsalis. My Ripsalis in here in the sunroom went from great to not so great. I'm thinking this guy really needs more humidity than what I can give it, and this year's been brutally hot and nasty, and I think that's why this guy right here isn't living his best life. It's just not quite humid enough in here. Speaking of it, being nasty out. Can you guys see how smoky it is? It's been just awful with all the wildfires in Washington State. It's kind of miserable going outside. So yeah, I've been focusing a lot more on indoor stuff, which is sad because it's summer and it should be a beautiful time of year, but it's not. So yeah, I've been kind of getting back into house plants. There is a little Brandy Philodendron up in here. I gotta say, I'm not super pleased with Brandy as a whole. I'm just not into it. She's kind of a weak plant. She doesn't grow very easily outside of a very humid environment, so kind of over her. I might just grow it long term in a prop box or a terrarium. And then, let's see, this is one I slapped in here not too long ago. I just took a tiny start, a one leaf start off of my Jose Bueno, and look at the results. It's just so pretty. This one is kind of buttoned up against the side, but it's kind of cool too. Okay, so last plant. This is a Philodendron Fibrism. I got it well over a year ago from Equigenera, and it just didn't like life. It really, really needs some high humidity to do well. And that is actually the root ball end. This is the stem on it. As you can see, it has some hairy petioles. And then it ends here with a brand new leaf about to emerge. And some air roots happening. And these really pretty leaves. Yeah, it needs life in high humidity, so it's probably going to spend the remainder of its days, if not in here, then in a terrarium. It's a cool plant, but a bit of a pain, I gotta say. I just find it really funny, though, how this is the top growth that came back after it had pretty much entirely defoliated, and then it decided to pop up a baby at its booty end. So that kind of concludes today's video. Again, this is a shout out to my friend Chad. I miss you, buddy. Pretty evident I haven't been consistent with my videos. I just haven't felt like it, haven't been in the right headspace, and I'm feeling better now. I'm feeling a little bit more myself, more into my plants and stuff, but I'm not pushing myself, so I don't really know when the next time I will post is, but I hope you all are doing very well. Hope you are staying safe, healthy, and sane, and hopefully I will talk to you all real soon.